Hello, thank you so much for joining me for day 8 of the Think, Look, Protect project. I'm here in front of the City Hall in Richmond, California, where I've just spent the day with some signs, and I've had wonderful conversations with people, members of the community, people who work here at City Hall, professionals from firemen to building permit people to chiefs of staff of people who are running for city council. So in so many of these conversations, two things have come up that I want to share with you today. One, the content of my signs is all about the idea that we need to improve the services that police departments give to rape and sexual assault victims. For instance, here in Richmond, the current protocols and policies are such that an intake officer who does not have specialized training is actually able to draft something called a victim narrative that the victim actually doesn't participate in its contents at all, has no control over its contents. And the feedback that I've given, because the officer who drafted my victim narrative made 16 factual errors in, again, what was called my victim narrative, the feedback that I've been giving the police department for the last few years is, this is a service that is actually very devastating to a rape victim because it robs us of our voice. And you really need to improve your services and your training so that women have control over their victim narrative. So one aspect of that is we want to make police departments and the way that they serve rape victims and sexual assault victims, we want their specialized training and protocols to make them a safe place for rape victims to go to. Because right now, it's actually a hostile place for so many people. What is it that women say to each other? Oh, don't bother reporting because they'll just make it worse. Why? Because they'll be disrespectful. Why? Because they'll be biased and project things onto you that aren't true. Why? They'll not even be able to hear you when it comes to you telling about something that is traumatic and takes so much vulnerability to be able to share with a stranger. So we need to improve the services that rape and sexual assault victims are given so that they feel respected, so that they feel supported, so they feel served and protected. So that was the content of my sign, and I had some wonderful conversations with people who absolutely agreed that things need to change in that way. But the second thing that I was talking about with people today was we really also need to design some sort of medium social response in response to rape. Because right now, there's two ends of the spectrum. One, nothing ever gets done, so there's zero response. The rapist, sexual assault perpetrator completely goes free and there's no social check on their behavior. Two, the person goes to prison. And of course, to go to prison, a person has to be proven innocent until proven guilty. And sexual assault and rape is one of the hardest things to prove up to that standard that we have as a crime. And so because of that nature and because of the pervasiveness of rape and sexual assault, I really want you to ask yourself today, should we really design some sort of other program or response? For instance, what crosses my mind is in family court here in California, a judge has the power to order someone into a 52-week anger management program. That's not to the standard of innocent until proven guilty. That's just listening to two people talk about he did this, she did that, he said this, she said that. The judge decides, who do I believe? What would be the best remedy? Okay, you, I am ordering you to go to anger management class for 52 weeks. Why don't we have something like that where if a person who reports rape or sexual assault is intaked in a way that they are respected and cared for, so they go to other people and encourage other women to report. And then also, if there is some sort of mechanism for evaluating the context and situation of that event, that somebody who is in a position of power can say to the sexual perpetrator, okay, you are going to take this particular, training, comprehensive mental health class to ideally change their behavior to make our community safer. So those are the two things that I've been talking about with people today, and I've been spending a lot of my time for the last years working towards. And I just wanted to share with you how much I really care. And I hope that our culture changes, both in the culture of our police department, in the training and protocols that officers get in intaking sexual assault and rape cases, but so that we could possibly come up with a medium social response for there to be what we could say is a form of punishment and re-education, so that there is some sort of response, because almost every rape and sexual assault victim ends up walking away saying, no one cares what happens to me, and it doesn't matter that other women are in danger because this person is completely unchecked by our culture. So thank you so much for joining for me today in the Think, Look, Protect project, and may you be happy and replete, and may we all make our world safer for women. Thank you.